How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Now, I wanted to talk about something that I find to be, it's amazing, it's a great thing, but it also is kind of annoying because Tactics Ogre is a game that has so much content. There are so many classes to unlock, so many little things to do. There's so much in the game, and it's so easy to miss a majority of it, and then you have to go back to the World Tarot and get it, that it can be a little overwhelming, and knowing you got to go back through and do stuff you've already done just to get stuff can also be a little, I don't know, jarring, I guess. But this isn't so much a video to, like, complain about the amount of content, it's just to make people aware. Now, this game has more content probably than any other strategy RPG. I can for sure say there's more content in this game than, like, Final Fantasy Tactics and, like, maybe the Disgaea games. Some of those might give this game a run for their money, but the problem with Disgaea is a lot of that you're going into the item world and doing stuff like that just to power up and replaying the same stages on higher difficulties to just do the stat padding and get bigger and bigger numbers. Where this game, it has, every battle is unique in a sense. Even the story battles or the main battles that you'll play, you'll have, if you literally quit a battle and go back, there'll be different enemy types there. There won't be the same setup. So that's pretty neat. But the focus of this video is just on the amount of content. Is there too much content in their game? Is there too much you can miss? Too much that is optional that the player, if not paying attention, is unaware of? And I really do think there is. I really do think there is too much content that is missable. If you were to just play the game and go through one of the routes and not really do any of the main side dungeons, which those unlock, and you would think, okay, that's the main content that's on the side, but there's so much more. You got all the stuff for the shamans, you got I can't even get into all the other stuff that's missable, and then that's not counting all of the unique characters that you can easily miss. And it's insane. But it's a good thing, especially for somebody that wants a game that's gonna suck hundreds of hours away. I wouldn't be surprised that if you were to 100% this game, and I mean do every battle, unlock every piece of gear, get every character class, complete the hardest content, do all the routes from start to finish, the neutral, law, and chaos, you could clock in 500 hours. I mean, I'm at, like I said, about 250 hours, and I've missed so much stuff. I haven't even replayed any of the routes or anything to go down the other routes to get certain characters and things. It is insane. This has more content than almost every AAA title in existence nowadays. It has it has the content of like an MMO without an MMO. I mean, there's no updates or anything. But would you imagine if this game was supported outside of its like initial launch and they did like extra content? It just blows my mind that a game this old, we're talking a game from 2010. Was it 2010, 11, 9? I forget the initial date. But this was also a remake of, the other game, Ogre Battle 6 or Ogre Battle. And even though they're different games, they share similarities. But it's just crazy games from this time, were this popular. It's just I can't even put words into it. And I guess technically I was a little bit wrong. We have the Tactics Ogre, that is the early 2000s, and then we had Let Us Cling Together, which was the remake of that, I guess you could say. And then we have this remake of those. So this is actually like the third game in a remake trilogy here. So I was kind of wrong in the beginning there. So yeah, 20-plus-year-old game that has more content than the majority of games released today, probably more than 90% of games released today. I mean, this probably has more content than some MMOs you play. Like, to be honest, if you can sink 300, 400, 500 hours into this game and still not do everything, now, it does get repetitive, which kind of, why auto battle is a thing, and auto battle is super nice to have. But at the end of the day, dude, it is a game that just, you got to question, is there too much content? Is there too much to miss? And, I don't think it's a bad thing, but it definitely can be frustrating because unless you're like following a wiki or a guide or something, you are going to miss so many things. And it can be a little tedious to backtrack and get them, but hey, at least you can get them. at least you can go back and get it and redo it. That's the greatest thing about the World Tarot. At least you don't got to restart the whole game from scratch and then really pay attention and make sure you're doing the right thing. So that'd be a lot worse. So they make it accessible. They make it relatively easy to go back and get stuff you missed. It's just putting in the time and effort and just dedicating it to that, which is something I neglect to do myself. I'm a little lazy when it comes to that. But overall, it's a great thing, and it's not a bad thing. It can just be tedious, and that's all right. That's fine. You know, it's good you get value out of your game and lots of content. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think there is too much missable optional content in the game, or do you think it's just about right? You know, let me know down below in the comments and let me know how you feel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, later guys. Peace out. Have a good one.